You can thank your son for this, knocking over the chair. I tell you, it's a matter of time now.
Sometimes I wish the end would come, whatever it is, or go, but at least we know what we were. You should be ashamed of yourself talking that way. Think how lucky we are. Think of the thousands dying in the war every day, and the people in concentration camps.
What's thinking of that? What's gonna think you miss you when you're already miserable? That's stupid. We're young, Michael, Peter, and I. You grown-ups have had your chance. But look at us. If we begin thinking about the horror of the world, we're lost. We're trying to hold on to some kind of ideals, but everything, ideals, hopes, everything are being destroyed. It isn't our fault the world is such a mess. We were around when this all started. So don't try to take it out on us.
She talks as if we started the war. Did we start the war?
She left her cake. You left us.
Thanks.
I thought you were fine just now. You knew just how to talk to them. You knew just how to say it. I'm no good. I can never think of how to say things. Oh, especially when I'm mad. Not Tussle, when he said that about Mushi. Someone eating him. All I can think is, I wanted to hurt him. I wanted to give him such a, oh, just such a that he. That's what I used to do when there was an argument in school. That's how I handled things. But here, in an old man like that, it wouldn't be so good.
You're making a big mistake, brother. I say it all wrong. I went too far. I hurt people's feelings.
I think you're just fine. And I wanted to say, if it wasn't for you being around, I don't know. What I mean to say.
Do you mean it? Do you really mean it?
I said it, didn't I?
Thank you.
I've got quite a collection here.
Can you like some in your room? Heaven knows you spend enough time in there. And heaven knows what.
It's easier. Fight starts. Argument.
You're lucky. Having a room to go to. His lordship is always here. I hardly ever get a minute alone. When they turn in on me, I can't duck away. I just stand there and take it.
Gave somebody back just now.
I get so mad. They put in their opinions about everything, but we're still trying to figure things out. We've had problems here that no other people our age have ever had. Just as you think you've solved them, something comes along and bang, you have to start all over again.
At least you've got someone you could talk to.
Not really. Mother, I never discuss anything serious with her. Father's all right. We can talk about everything. Everything but one thing. Mother. He simply won't talk about it. I don't think you can really be intimate with someone if you hold something back. Do you?
I think your father's fine.
He is, Peter, he is. He's the only one who's ever given me the feeling that I have any sense. But anyway, nothing takes the place of school or friends of your own age or near your age. Can it?
I suppose you miss your friends and all.
It isn't just that. Isn't it funny, you and I? Here we've been seeing each other for almost a year and a half, and this is the first time we've ever really talked. It helps to have someone to talk to, don't you think? It helps. Well, it helps seem.
anytime you want to let off steam, you can come into my room.
I can get up an awful lot of steam. You'll have to be careful how you say that.
It's all right.
Do you mean it?
I said it, didn't I?
Had bad news. We've got our ration books have been arrested, so we've had to cut down on our food. Our stomachs are so empty that they rumble and make strange noises, all in different keys. Mr. Von Don's is deep and low, like a bass fiddle. Mine is high, whistling. As we all sit around waiting for supper, it's like an orchestra tuning. It only needs tasking me to raise the baton, and we'll be off in the riding of balconies. Monday, the 6th of March, 1944. Mr. Collar's in the hospital. It seems he has ulcers. Him says that we are his ulcers. He has to run the business and us too. The Americans have landed on the southern tip of Italy. Father looks for a quick finish to the war. Mr. Dussel is waiting every day for the warehouse man to demand more money. Have I been skipping too much from one subject to another? I can't help it. I feel that spring is coming. I feel it in my whole body and soul. I feel utterly confused. I'm longing, so longing for everything. For friends, for someone to talk to, someone who understands, someone young who feels as I do. No, Mr. Dussel, I'm not dressed yet. How was that? How does that look?
Fine.
You didn't even look.
Of course I did. It's fine.
Marco, tell me. Am I terribly ugly?
Stop fishing.
No, tell me.
Of course you're not. You've got nice eyes and a lot of animation.
A little vague, are you?
May I come in? Come in, Mother. Mr. Dussel's impatient to get in here.
Heavens, he takes the room for himself the entire day.
And you're not going in to see Peter again, are you?
That's my intention.
But you've already spent a great deal of time in there today.
I was in there exactly twice. Once to get a dictionary and 3/4 of an hour before supper.
Aren't you afraid you're disturbing him?
Mother, I have some intuition.
May I ask you this much again? Please don't shut the door when you go up.
You sound like Mrs. Von Don.
No, I don't mean to suggest anything wrong. I only wish that you wouldn't expose yourself to criticism. That you wouldn't give Mrs. Von Don the opportunity to be unpleasant.
Mrs. Von Don doesn't need an opportunity to be unpleasant.
We're all on edge. Worried about Mr. Clover. This is one more thing.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm going with Peter. I'm not going to let Petronella Von Don spoil our friendship.
Why don't you two go out into the main room? It'd save a lot of trouble. It's hard on Mother having to listen to those remarks from Mrs. Von Don and not say a word.
Why doesn't she say a word? I think it's ridiculous to just take it and take it.
You don't understand Mother at all, do you? She can't talk back. She's not like you. It's just not in her nature to fight back.
Anyway, the only one I worry about is you. I feel awfully guilty about you.
What about?
I mean, every time I go with Peter, I have a feeling I might be hurting him. I know if it were me, I'd be wild. I'd be desperately jealous if it were me.
Well, I'm not.
Really? Not jealous?
Of course I'm jealous. I'm jealous that you've got something to get up in the morning for. I'm jealous of you and Peter? No.
Maybe there's nothing to be jealous of. Maybe I'm just taking the place of his cat. Wouldn't you like to come in with us?
I will go.
Will you please let me in my room?
Just a minute, dear Mr. Dussel. The sun is shining, the sky a deep blue. There's a magnificent breeze, and I'm longing, so longing for everything. I walk from room to room, breathe through the crack in the window frame. Feel my heart beating as if to say, can't you fulfill this longing at last? I long for every girl, and to Peter I want to shout, say something, don't just smile at me all the time, touch me. I feel spring within me. I feel spring awakening. I feel it in my entire body and soul. I'm utterly confused, don't know what to read, to write, to do. I only know I'm longing.
Thank you so much.
Good gracious. Look at her. I don't know what good it is to have a son. I never see him. He wouldn't care if I killed myself. Just a minute, Anne. I'd like to say a few words to my son. Do you mind? Now, Peter, I don't want you staying up till all hours tonight. You've got to have your sleep. You're a growing boy, you hear?
Anne won't stay late. She's going to bed promptly at 9, aren't you? Yes, Mother. May we go now?
Are you asking me? I didn't know I had anything to say about it.
Listen for the chimes, Anne, dear.
In my days, it was the boys who called on the girls.
Oh, you know young people. They like to feel they can have secrets. And, well, the attic is the only place they can talk.
Talk? That's not what they called it when I was young.
Aren't they awful? Aren't they impossible, treating us as if we're still in the nursery?
Don't let it bother you. It doesn't bother me.
I suppose you can't really blame them. They think back to what they were like at our age. They don't realize how much more advanced we are. When I think of what wonderful conversations we've had. Oh, I forgot I was going to bring you some more pictures.
Oh, that's fine.
Are you sure you don't want some more? You just brought me some new ones.
Maybe later.
I remember when I got this. I won it. I bet joking that I could eat 5 ice cream cones. We'd all be playing ping pong. We'd finish up with ice cream at the Delphi the Oasis, and there'd always be a lot of boys, and we'd laugh and joke. I'd like to go back to it for a few days, or maybe even a week. But after that, I know I'd be bored to death. I think more seriously about life now. I want to be a journalist or something. I just love to write. What do you want to do?
I thought I might go off someplace, work on a farm or something, some job that doesn't take much brains.
You shouldn't talk that way. You've got the most awful inferiority
I
complex.
know I'm not smart.
That's not true. You're much better than I am in dozens of things. Arithmetic and algebra and, well, you're a million times better than I am in algebra. You like Margot, don't you? Right from the start, you liked her much more than me.
Oh, I don't know.
Everyone feels that way. Margot's so good. She's sweet, bright, beautiful. I'm not.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, no, I know I'm not. I know quite well that I'm not a beauty. I never have been, and I never will be.
I don't agree at all.
You know something, Peter?
What?
I've never had a true friend. You know, someone to really confide in.
Me neither. Smile for me.
Why?
You have dimples when you smile.
Dimples. The only mark of beauty I possess.
That's not true. You're pretty.
Me?
Yes. You.
That's not true.
And another thing. You've changed from at first I knew.
I have?
I used to think you were awful noisy.
And what do you think now, Peter? How have I changed?
Well, you're quieter.
I'm glad you don't just hate me.
I never said that.
I bet when you get out of here, you'll never think of me again.
That's crazy.
You'll go back with all your friends and you'll say, now what did I ever see in that Miss Quack-Quack?
I haven't got any friends.
Peter, of course you have. Everyone has friends.
Not me. I don't want any. I get along all right without them.
Does that mean you can get along all right without me? I consider myself your friend.